Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how Jey Uso needs to turn heel. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the yeeting and whatnot, and it's awesome and cool and whatnot. But Jey Uso was a much better wrestler when he was kind of heelish and before the whole entire yeet thing. Now, just to be clear, I do not mean the Usos need to turn heel. No, I mean just Jey Uso needs to turn heel. I think a way they could play this out is at WrestleMania, Jey and Jimmy Uso lose their tag team championships to the Lucha Bros in a triple threat tag team match where the Usos face the Hardy Boys and the Lucha Bros. I think that this would be a good way for them to drop the titles and a good way for Jey Uso to turn heel. I think that he could turn heel on Jimmy Uso out of anger for losing his gold. Maybe Jimmy Uso even gets pinned and is the cause of them losing the titles. Jey Uso could just absolutely destroy Jimmy Uso with chairs and the steel steps and whatnot. And then this would give time for Jimmy Uso to spend with Naomi, and this would give time for Jey Uso to transition over to SmackDown and help that brand a little bit more. Jey Uso could go over to SmackDown and get the Men's United States Championship to officially make him a Grand Slam champion, and then he could fight for a little bit. And then Jimmy Uso can return, and they could start that feud. And they could redo the feud that they had leading up to WrestleMania a few years ago that ended pretty bad because their match was not that great. They could redo that, and they could have Jimmy Uso be the face this time around, and Jey Uso be the heel. And then they can do this to where it's for a title on the line too. Jey Uso can drop his Men's United States Championship to Jimmy Uso, making Jey Uso officially a Grand Slam champion and getting Jimmy Uso his first ever singles championship ever. I think that this would be good for both Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, and I feel like this would tremendously stop the Jey Uso hate that he is getting. I don't think that people like the yeet as much anymore, and I think that Jey Uso would be much better without it as a single star, and hopefully this is the way that the WWE decides to go.